Hey, you guys. Oh my goodness, it's so good to be back here again. It's been a minute since I've been able to join you here on this channel because I've been busy on a new channel, but I'm going to tell you more news about that in a minute. But first of all, I just want to say that I hope you're well. I hope your families are well. I hope you are thriving despite everything that we're going through. Trust me, this is coming from someone who lived in the eye of the storm. I live in Brooklyn, New York, and this summer, this spring, this fall even, has been with these challenges for sure. But we're here, we give thanks, and we continue moving forward. So I want to share a few projects that I've been working on that you definitely might be interested in. And I also want to share with you a new direction that I'm taking with this channel. If you've been subscribed to Shelly Wellness for a while, shout out to you. Thank you. I appreciate it. As you know, I put out content around healthy living, lifestyle, food, recipes, wellness, and traveling. That's a whole lot, right? Like, it's just like a whole lot of things. And I realized that while I'm interested in all of those things, oftentimes I felt like I didn't know exactly what to do with my channel. So it would just kind of be a holding place for me to share a story or a project or a recipe as it came along. In order to make things a bit more sane for me, but also more structured for you as a viewer, I decided to keep this channel at Shelly Wellness and focus on it as a way to just update you all on the projects I'm working on. And then, because I know a lot of you have tuned into me because you want recipes and you want to learn ways to eat healthier, I created a channel for you. So excited! Okay, this channel is called The Mindful Plate, and on The Mindful Plate, we take mindfulness and we create recipes that are rooted in wellness while using everyday mindfulness tips to apply to our cooking, our eating, our grocery shopping, and even the way that we think about food. There is a whole world of food, and y'all know that I'm fully immersed in it, and I love sharing it with you guys. So over on The Mindful Plate, it's a new channel. If you're already subscribed to it, mwah, I appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed to it, listen, wait, but after this video, okay, because I want to finish updating you. But the link is going to be in the description below. Go and subscribe to the channel. I already have some videos up there for you. But if you're on the fence and you're like, I don't know if I want to subscribe to another cooking channel, listen, let me just give you a sneak preview of what we do on The Mindful Plate. Hey, I'm your host, Shelly Wellness. I'm on this journey to elevate our consciousness around food, and I invite you to join me. So delicious. Was mwah. Wow. Oh. I love it. On this channel, I'll share recipes created with mindfulness, rooted in wellness. Welcome to The Mindful Plate. Speaking about being mindful and mindfully eating, one of the things I've also realized for myself is that I work in the world of food. I'm often around it. I often cook. And when I'm cooking, I'm either cooking to feed others or to teach others or to present, i.e. on a video. And oftentimes when it comes to me having to cook for myself, I don't wanna. I'm over it at that point. I've cooked so much that at that point, I'm like, what is the easiest thing? So during the pandemic, grocery shopping was a bit of a shamble as well. So I ended up ordering a lot of food in, ordering from restaurants locally, and I just found that I didn't really have the energy to cook for myself. What I also found is that by eating that way, it was causing me to be a little sluggish. So with all that eating out, it took its toll on my system. And I often found myself feeling not really nourished and well fed the way I encourage you all to be. So I decided to work with a personal chef, and y'all, it is the best decision I've ever made. Let me tell you, do not feel bad about outsourcing some of your self-care. If feeding yourself is a challenge because you have some major projects you have to tackle or you're just busy, listen, whether you get a meal service or a full-on meal plan that's fully delivered meals, do it. It's worth it, and there's no need to feel bad if you can't cook for yourself all the time. I'm very, very satisfied and very pleased and happy that I did it. Shout out to Chow Life Saver. Okay, this is gonna be my first time trying the food. I'm so excited. But it's a sister on Instagram at Sajado. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Y'all, let me show you what she brought. So we have these beautiful patties. These are the ones that are stuffed with walnuts and mushrooms, and they smell just like Jamaican style patties. And then we have this rasta pasta with sauteed greens. And then we have jollof rice with oyster mushrooms looking just like meat. What? Plantains and greens. Ah, I'm so excited. And then we have these bedbere spiced chickpeas and some harissa squash, plantains, and Lord have mercy. And to finish it off, we have some ginger pineapple. Y'all, and lime. I'm so excited. Y'all, I'm telling you, don't feel bad if you can't cook for yourself. I get it. Life is busy sometimes. And this is coming from someone who is always cooking. So, here we are, y'all. I'm so excited. Who brings the best of Caribbean food into my kitchen with the dopest ingredients, all vegan, all whole foods, all plant-based, and highly elevated. Y'all, if you live in New York, I recommend her. Another update is that the Decolonize Your Diet video is doing so well. When I say well, I'm very clear that as a YouTuber, you are supposed to feed the algorithm. But you know what? I'm more dedicated to feeding you. If we're gonna decolonize our diets, we're gonna have to do some foundational work. Hey, it's Shelly Wellness here. And in this video, I'm gonna share 11 books that will help you decolonize your diet. Because not only do Black lives matter, Black health matters. And what I've noticed is that our being and our energy and our presence is often affected by the foods that we eat. Because of the inequities in our system, African Americans are experiencing way more chronic disease. And that chronic disease is killing us. I'm going to take you on a literary journey. It was a book that helped me realize that, oh my goodness, this colonization thing, there's levels to this. Our guts have been colonized. Whoa. Liberate your plate. And so while the algorithm currently has me at just under 400 views, it's not the views so much, it's the quality of the views. And you guys, the comments that you've been leaving and the references to other people who are doing this work has been so helpful because I've been able to create more of a community. I really appreciate it when I put out a video and you see it and then you decide that you want to take a step further. So in doing that video and responding to your comments, I realized that it would be super helpful if I continue to make more recommendations. In future episodes on the Shelly Wellness channel, you can expect that I will be sharing books and resources, online groups, Instagram accounts that you can follow, that you can read, that you can join, that will help you in the colonizing your diet and the journey towards becoming a healthier you. As a result of the Colonizing Your Diet video, I was invited to speak on 2 podcasts. So the first podcast is with Cotton for the Soul, and this podcast is based out of the UK. Shout out to my UK fam. And the second podcast was with the Street Academy podcast, and this is from my fam, Jackie and Jonathan and Amber. Thank you so much for having me. We had a blast, y'all.
One of the very interesting things about our body, like I said, we're generative beings, we're so dope, is that we tend to think about ourselves as an individual. Like, I am one person. When in fact, we are like 300 trillion cells. And each cell is its own living thing. We're different organisms. And some of the organisms aren't even us. A lot of the organisms were also hosts to other organisms. We host bacteria in our bodies. So you've heard of gut bacteria, right? Mm-hmm. All right. So the gut bacteria is an independent organism. How we get our gut bacteria is when we're born, we get a starter pack from our mom. So that's become, if you are born through a vaginal birth, there's a transferring. So you pick up this sort of transferring of immunity from your mom during that birth process. And that's where you start your original gut bacteria. And then as you eat, you take in other bacteria. This is why it's important. Where we're like, don't put that in your mouth. Letting children explore because it builds up the biodiversity. So they're putting stuff in their mouth and they're taking in gut bacteria. Now, what we want in our body is a balance. We don't want too much bad and we don't want too much good. Either way, we just want a balance. You're going to have some of both. But what happens is when there is an imbalance, especially if there's too much of the bad bacteria is so intelligent. It has to survive. And the only way it's going to survive is through us. So what it does is there's a brain, a second brain inside of your stomach, inside of your gut. And so what it does is it attaches itself and it says, hey, I'm going to send a signal through your system, like your neural system, and I'm going to send a signal to you, let you know I'm hungry. So oftentimes when we're experiencing cravings, we're thinking it's us, like, oh, I'm craving cake, I'm craving this, whatever. But it's the gut bacteria inside of you that's like, sis, you haven't fed me in a minute and I need some food and this is what I want.
So in these interviews, we talk about the gut-brain connection, how food affects your mental health, how to increase your self-esteem using nutrition, how food deserts impact community health, how to decolonize your diet, of course, the impact of the slave trade on modern food diet, why we should be focusing on policy and not necessarily people or their habit. We also looked at how do you keep your agreements and your commitments to eat a healthy diet in the face of all this modernization, especially when there's a new food craze that everyone's going crazy over, or when your family is not necessarily on board, but you are on board and you're trying to figure it out. So we discuss ways to keep to your commitment so that, the journey can be rough and we want to make sure you see it through. So we dive into all these topics in both of these podcasts. And y'all, if you know any more podcasts, let me know. Send them my way, send my channel to them, because I really, really enjoy teaching this way. It's about spreading the word, spreading the message. The further we can take this and get people on board, the better. I'm also going to link them in the description below so you can check them out there as well. So that's what's been going on, y'all. And I'm so grateful that you've been on this journey with me. Shelly Wellness Channel is going to be here. We're not going anywhere. And we're going to use this channel to document the journey and give you updates along the way. And if you subscribe to this channel because you wanted recipes or you wanted to learn how to eat healthier and cook better, then I invite you to join me over in the Mindful Plate. That channel I upload to every week, and it is specifically for recipes. So go ahead and subscribe to the Mindful Plate, and I will see you guys soon. Be well.